Network Marketing Guru, Folge 76. Hallo Network Marketing Freunde, ihr seid bereits aktiv im Network Marketing tätig oder wollt gerade neu einsteigen, dann seid ihr beim Network Marketing Guru absolut richtig. Hier bekommt ihr alle wichtigen Informationen rund ums Network Marketing, damit auch ihr die nächste Stufe eures Business erreicht. So, und jetzt geht's los. Let's rock! Servus, liebe Network-Marketing-begeisterten Menschen da draußen auf dem ganzen Planeten. Hier ist wieder euer Network-Marketing-Guru. Matthias Österreicher spricht heute. Wer auch sonst, ist ja ganz klar. Heute möchte ich euch etwas mit an die Hand geben, was viele Menschen, die im Network Marketing tätig sind, wahrscheinlich schon irgendwo mal gelesen haben, irgendwo zu Hause stehen haben, in den Bücherregalen, vielleicht das ein oder andere Hörbuch auch schon dazu gehabt oder gehört haben oder vielleicht das gesamte Audioprogramm auch schon durchhaben, nämlich die Bibel im Network Marketing GoPro von Eric Worre. Eric Worre ist ja ein Network Marketing Trainer oder der Network Marketing Trainer auf dem Planeten, der meiner Meinung nach einfach die besten und die beste Erfahrung, das beste Netzwerk auch im Network Marketing hat und dementsprechend auch viel Wissen, was er selber natürlich sich auch irgendwo angeeignet hat, an euch weitergeben kann. Also zum einen mit seinem Buch GoPro, wie du tatsächlich ein Network Marketing Professional werden kannst, wenn du das tatsächlich so umsetzt. Und natürlich auf der anderen Seite hat er verschiedene Programme, nämlich seine Masterclasses, wo er die 75 besten Networker weltweit in einer Masterclass vereint und mit denen dann auch trainiert und welche Ideen dann auch zustande kommen oder was letztendlich dann bei so einer Masterclass auch an Informationen auf Eric Worre eintreffen oder welche Informationen er sich raussaugt und die dann natürlich an euch, an uns alle weitergeben kann. Das ist einzigartig, weil er einfach so ein geiles Netzwerk hat, so viele erfolgreiche Menschen im Network Marketing hat und das ist der einzige Trainer im Network Marketing, der nicht nur Six-Figure-Earners, also Leute, die sechsstellig im Jahr verdienen, sondern auch Leute, die 7- oder 8-stellig im Jahr verdienen, auch trainiert, speziell im Network Marketing. Es gibt noch einen anderen, der auch sehr erfolgreich ist, also Anthony Robbins, der trainiert natürlich auch Menschen, aber nicht nur im Network Marketing und Eric Worre ist halt hier Spezialist in dem Bereich Network Marketing. Und wir hatten ja vor kurzem einen Network Marketing Online-Kongress, also wo Eric Worre natürlich auch neben seiner Frau Marina Worre als Interviewgast bei uns in der Show war. Und dieses Interview möchte ich heute euch einfach auch mal zur Verfügung stellen, sodass ihr die Möglichkeit habt, tatsächlich auch mal Eric Worre seine Impulse oder seine Empfehlungen, seine Tipps oder auch seine Erfahrungen auch mal hier in dem Podcast Network Marketing Guru mitzuhören. Wir haben Eric Worre bei uns in Berlin, also ich komme ja nicht aus Berlin, aber wir haben Eric Worre und seine Frau Marina Worre am 28., 29.2. und 1.3.2020 Company neutral in Berlin zu einer Veranstaltung gebucht sozusagen. Also wir haben sie eingeladen, sie haben zugesagt. 3 Tage lang Eric Worre, Training vom Feinsten, 3 Tage, 6 Stunden am Tag. Das ist ein Event, das macht er normalerweise überhaupt nicht, also nicht in USA und nicht außerhalb von USA. Das ist so ein Generic Event, also so ein Company-neutrales Event überhaupt durchführt und wir haben ihn dazu mehr oder weniger überredet, das für uns und für euch vor allem, also nicht nur für uns, sondern für euch auch zu machen. Ihr könnt noch ein paar Tickets erwerben auf der Seite https:// oder wie das auch heißt, getitall.events. Get it all, also getitall.events. Es ist auch nochmal in dem Beitext zu dem Podcast auch beschrieben, wo ihr dann letztendlich die Tickets für dieses gigantische Event in einer neuen Dekade, nämlich 2020, ihr in Berlin live dabei sein könnt. In diesem Sinne, ich wünsche euch wahnsinnig viel Spaß mit dem Interview, freue mich natürlich auch auf viele Feedbacks und Rückmeldungen und vielleicht sieht man sich ja in Berlin bei Get It All Old School meets Worre. In dem Sinne, euch einen schönen Tag und viel Spaß.
Mr. GoPro, Eric Worre himself. Hello, Eric.
Hello. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for your time. Let's start the interview, Eric. Could you tell our audience a little bit about your life before you get into network marketing?
Yeah. I've been involved in network marketing since I was 23 years old. I'm 55 now, so 32 years. And if you look at somebody's life before 23 years old, what are you going to see? For me, I wasn't much of a student. I bounced around in a lot of dead-end jobs, trying to find my way. You know what I mean? Trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. So that, I'd started a family and I was behind on my bills and trying to figure out a way to make some money, and then got introduced to this profession. So not much to brag about. No big background that's impressive. You know what I mean? Didn't really have time to be able to do what was necessary to start to build a life. So I built it mostly in time.
What was the biggest experience for the change to get network marketing professional? What was the moment in your life?
Yeah, I will tell you. I'm going to put this. Yep. Just making sure I can hear you properly. The biggest change, I got involved in the profession. I didn't really have other places to go or things to do. I didn't have marketable skills, and I started to build a business inside of network marketing. And I went full time right away. In my company that I started with in 1988, I made some money my first month, enough to be able to pay my bills. I made even more my second month, so I quit everything I was doing. I was selling real estate at the time, and went full time inside of network marketing. And as soon as I did that, my check just about disappeared. My commissions just about disappeared. I had a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Network marketing was easy for me, that it was a straight shot to success, but it wasn't. My first 3 years, I really struggled. I built and lost and rebuilt and lost my team 7 different times. Build it up, fall apart, build it up, fall apart. And I was at an event, and one thing that kind of kept me in the business is I went to events. I had a mentor tell me that just don't ever miss an event and keep getting better, and you'll figure it out. So I'm like, okay, I can do that.
Okay.
I was at an event, and I finally made the decision to become a professional instead of just crossing my fingers, hoping for the best, hoping that my timing and positioning was going to be great, that my company was going to take care of me, or my upline was going to take care of me, or the product was going to take care of me. I just decided that I was going to become world class. I was going to become an expert inside of. And if I did become an expert, not just in theory, but in practice, then I'd have to make the money. I'd have to be able to earn my way onto the stage. I'd have to be able to figure it all out. So that's what I did. And it took me another 3 or 4 years after that decision to get to 7 figures a year. But I got to 7 figures a year by the time I was 30 years old, and really began a career.
Cool. It looks very easy. You have to do a decision and straight on.
Yeah, it looks easy. Yeah. It's the fake out of our business, because, and I think part of the way that we market it is the problem. Give 2 to 5 years like other people don't, so you can have for the rest of your life what other people won't. It's a hard business. It's better than other forms of entrepreneurship, but it's certainly not easy. making a decision and doing it regardless of your short-term results is extremely difficult. You know what I mean? If you make a decision, you think you made a decision, and then you build something, and then it falls apart, and then you build it again, and it falls apart, and you build it again, and it falls apart, build it again, and it falls apart. That's not easy.
Yeah,
that's hard. You know, it strains relationships. It strains your own self-belief. It strains all kinds of different things. So, yeah, make a decision, become a professional. If people have the right expectations, I think that's probably right, that it is easy. If you look at 7 years of hard growth to become a professional, if you consider that easy, not 7 months, 7 years, really. I mean, think about anything, a sport, becoming an artist of any form.
Yeah.
Can you become world class in less than 7 years?
It's hard.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah.
But you can make money in the meantime.
Yeah, sure.
You know, you can be involved in a great situation with timing, positioning, whatever, but having the ability to really have true independence. You know, I mean, when you become world-class in network marketing, you never have to worry about money for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Never. If your skills are so valuable, and they're so marketable that even if, God forbid, something happens with your company, it doesn't matter. You'll be okay because your skills are so solid.
Yeah.
So when you become a professional, you can be dropped out of an airplane with a parachute anywhere in the world, not have any money, any contacts, and you can quickly have an organization being built with a company in that market, not even knowing the language. That's how valuable these skills are. So I think it's the highest paying set of skills in the world in relation to how difficult it is to learn them.
Okay, thank you.
You know what I mean? It might be more difficult to learn how to, you know, be a world-class soccer player or climb Mount Everest or be a neurosurgeon or brain surgeon. Might be more difficult to do that. But even so, the network marketing skills are much easier than any of those, and to learn, and they pay more in, you know, with a few rare exceptions, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So
when you look back the last 25, the last 30 years, what are the biggest changes in network marketing?
Social media.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. You know, a lot of people like to argue about new school and old school and face-to-face, belly-to-belly versus online, you know, smashing buttons in the basement of your house. The concepts of network marketing have not changed and will not change. You need to find prospects, however you do that.
Yeah.
You need to invite them to understand what it is that you have. You need to present to them in a way that works and also duplicates. You need to follow up with them, help them understand through some repetition, answering questions, overcoming objections, because most people aren't ready to make a decision after one exposure. You need to help those people either make a decision to become a customer or a distributor. You need to close. You need to get a person started effectively, and you need to promote events, destination events, big events, company events, generic events like the one we're going to be doing together. So those principles are not going to change. 100 years from now, they're not going to change.
Mm-hmm.
What will change and what has changed is how we do it.
Yeah.
You know, so social media has provided a way, technology has provided a way, like doing what we're doing right now. Mm-hmm. We would normally have to do this in a hotel room or, you know, a lot of production expense and everything else. Yeah. We'd have to do all these different kinds of things and then find a way to get it to people, you know, burn it on a CD or a DVD and hand it out. Today, we can find unlimited prospects using social media, using technology. We can invite them on those same platforms. We can present to them on those same platforms. We can follow up with them on those same platforms. We can train them. We can communicate to them. So social media gives us reach around the world that was not really as available when people didn't have cell phones, when people didn't have the ability to video communicate in real time. The Zoom here is what hotel meetings used to be inside of the network marketing profession. So it's gotten more efficient. It's gotten more effective. I do think there's a blend. If I've seen anything, the smartest people are blending some face-to-face interactions and events with online and social media tactics that are helping them grow. So that's one aspect. The other aspect is, and I like to think that we were a contributor to this, is people are considering network marketing a profession now more than they ever have.
Okay.
They're considering this a real business. It's not just something for losers and people who can't get a real job. This is for intelligent people, smart people that know that wealth is created from building and growing networks of people. That's the way to be able to create leverage. And this is a more efficient way to be able to be in business than other forms of entrepreneurship for the average person. So those two things I would say are probably the biggest two insights of what's happened over the course of the last 30 years or so.
Okay. Thank you very much. You talked about events, convention. How important is for distributors or customers to join the convention of their company?
Well, I have especially in the age of technology, my favorite type of event, there's lots of different kinds of events. There's little home party events where you're sharing your product. There's regional events. There's monthly events. There's training events. Those type of product education events, those types of things in your local market. But I think the most effective type of event is a destination event where you don't sleep in your own bed, where you have to travel somewhere for a whole bunch of reasons. One is you have to separate yourself from your environment and you give yourself permission to think differently for 3 days, 4 days, whatever, that you're getting away from your home. And I think that's important to be able to focus that way. That's number one. Number two is the relationships that you build and the information that you learn, and that you kind of in this positive environment for a sustained period of time. What ends up happening is leaders are born at events, destination events. That's where leaders make decisions. All the major decisions of my whole life, in my career, professional career, happened at an event. They didn't happen at home. They didn't happen, when I was in my car. They happened at an event. That's when I made a decision to become a pro. That's when I got mad that if other people could do it, so could I. That's when I became inspired in order to be able to really go after it. For 100 reasons, events are like this are critical to providing connection, growth, breakthrough, in addition to the online technologies that we have. But if you just focus only on online and you don't use events, what you find is your business is not stable. There's a lot of stability that comes out of events.
When you get professional, and we saw many of 6 and 7 figures earner last week on your event, how do you think, how important is financial education in network marketing?
Financial education is a big deal. Another trend that's been true for the past 30 years is no matter how much money people make inside of network marketing, they tend to spend it as quickly as they make it. and it's one thing to have cash flow. It's another thing to have wealth. So learning how to be responsible, because most people have been trained since they were little kids to think like an employee, and have somebody else take care of their taxes, and somebody else take care of their expenses, and somebody else take care of their investments and everything else. They have somebody else do all that, and they just show up for work. Well, when you become an entrepreneur, you need to be thinking about your budgets and your expenses and your investments. And I believe everybody should have two sources of income. One, and the network marketing people should have at least two sources of income. One is the income that they generate from their network marketing business. And two is the income that they generate from the investments that they make in stocks, in bonds, in real estate, in other businesses, whatever it is that they're investing in, that they have some knowledge or skill in. So either they have knowledge themselves, or they know people who do have professionals that do. And the goal should be for every person to build your wealth to the point that the income from your investments is higher than the income from your network marketing business. That should be your goal. And if people have that as their mindset, then I think they're going to have a great long-term career. If they just focus on cash flow and it's never going to, there's never going to be a problem, and it's just a rocket ship to the moon and everything else. Here's what I know is nothing goes straight up forever. Organizations, companies, products, have over a long enough timeline, they have challenging times. Every company does. They have times of growth, times of plateau, times of decline, times of steep decline, times of rebuild. It's just the way business is.
Yeah.
So if you build a business that can withstand all of those things, including your own expectation, then you have a better chance for long-term results. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Eric, we respect your time. Allow me two more questions.
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever thought of quitting? And the second one, is there anything you regret?
Have I ever thought of quitting?
Yeah, quitting.
Was that the first question?
Yeah.
100 times.
Wow.
Sure. I mean, come on. This is not an easy business. I've emotionally quit. Like, I didn't tell anybody, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. This is this is too hard, or it's too emotional. It's too many ups and downs. My top distributor just quit and went to some other company, and now I got to rebuild. And but I never really quit. I thought I would, but I never really did. But I thought about it 100 times for sure over the course of a long enough career. There's going to be good days and bad days, for any business. I mean, how many times does a person think about quitting their job wherever they're working? Probably a bunch of times. There's good days and bad days, and good bosses and bad bosses. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, the thing that was of high value for me is I had no place to go. Mm-hmm. The best thing that ever happened to me.
There's no plan B.
I didn't have marketable skills outside. I didn't have a resume. I didn't have a lot of job experience. I didn't have the right education. I didn't have the right contacts. I didn't have a specific skill set to be able to go do something else. So who's going to hire me and pay me what network marketing could pay me? Nobody. I remember there was a time when I was going through a little bit of a difficult challenge financially. I'd made some bad investments and done some different things that were just stupid, and lost a lot of money. But I'd been used to be making $1 million a year. Okay. Yeah. So I asked my friends, hey, what ideas do you have to make $1 million a year? And they laughed and laughed. They just thought that was the funniest joke ever.
I can see the situation.
Yeah. And they just said, well, yeah, if you have a good idea and you work hard for like 20 years, maybe.
Bank robbery.
Yeah. So I was just like, well, you know, the fact that they laugh so hard, I mean, network marketing, it's an easier path. I mean, not everybody's going to make that, but it was an easier path for me. It's like, well, I need to just suck it up and just go back to what I know, and go build it. So I remember them just laughing. You know, it's just hilarious to them. If you have some great business and a lot of investment and 20 years, and then we could talk about $1 million. But $1 million, what? $1 million? You know, if I was lucky, I could get like $100,000 a year job. And that wasn't going to cut. Once you made $1 million, you can't survive on 100,000. It's not possible.
Calm down.
Yeah, no, you can't do it. So my biggest regret, I don't really have regrets, but I would tell you if I love my life exactly as it is right now. The people in it and the ability to have an impact on people around the world, that makes me really happy. So I wouldn't go back and change anything. If I could time travel, I wouldn't go back and change anything. But if I was to give another person advice of what to do earlier in their career, I would believe bigger sooner. I didn't totally trust it. I didn't totally believe it early. It took me years and years and years to really believe it. It took me years and years and years of trying to get lucky before I finally agreed to go get the skill. So go get the skill, focus on the skill. Treat your first year as like an internship. Like you're not even expecting to make any money, but you're just going to learn the skills. You're going to become competent. You're going to become profitable in that first year, and change your belief structure so you believe bigger sooner. Because that was the real key. You know, once I developed the skills, it was the belief thing. Once I got the belief covered strongly, then it wasn't much of a problem. I'd love to tell you that $1 million is just brutally hard inside of network marketing, but it's not. I'm not saying that everybody's going to make it. They're not. Yeah. Here's my belief. Anyone can make big money in network marketing, but not everyone will. And the difference between those who do and those who do not is a combination of skill and belief.
Okay. If
they develop those two things, then success is headed to them like a bullet. It's headed in their direction so fast. So set reasonable expectations, develop the skills, believe bigger sooner, and if you do those things, I just believe that success is not as big of a joke as my friends were saying when I asked them how to make big money quickly. That's a joke in the real world.
Yeah.
But inside the network marketing world, if you can get the skills and you get the belief, set some reasonable expectations, success can happen for anyone. I mean, I'm a perfect example. I graduated in the bottom 20% of my class in high school. I did not go to college. I had 18 jobs before I joined network marketing at age 23.
Oh.
And today I'm fortunate to be able to impact millions of people for real around the world, helping them to pursue their entrepreneurial passion. I know it's a cliche, but it's true. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I didn't have any contacts, no no background, no experience, no magic dust. I didn't have a perfect environment with my company, none of that stuff. I just, the profession saved me from a life of frustration.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Thank you, Eric, for your time. Thank you for
My
your
pleasure.
insights, for your sharing your experience. And I have heard you will join Germany next year in February. Is this right?
Yes. I can't wait.
Go on. You will do it.
We are so excited to do this event for you. And all our audience, we think about 20,000 viewers to see this interview. The famous last word from this interview from Eric Worre to our audience.
Well, the biggest thing I will tell you, if you are anywhere, if it's in your ability to get to this event that we're going to do together in Germany, end of February of 2020, you just have to get there. I'm gonna spend 3 days teaching you mindset, how to think like $1 million earner, how to have $1 million thinking. I'm going to teach you the skills of what it takes to become successful inside of this profession. And I'm going to teach you the strategy on how to be a strong leader and to influence people and to build an organization of highly skilled and right-thinking people. So over the course of 3 days, you'll move minimum 1 year ahead of anybody else that's at the same stage of your career. I would say from 1 to 3 years. It's literally, this event's going to be like a time machine. You walk into this event, you take the notes, and boom, you're going to move forward 1 to 3 years without getting any older. And that's the most valuable thing in the world, is to become skilled and knowledgeable without having to give the time, waste the time to go through the school of hard knocks and, trial and error. You can learn from somebody who's taught more 6- and 7-figure earners in network marketing than anyone ever.
Yeah.
So you just got to be there. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be special. I would look forward to meeting you there. I think it's going to be important for all of Europe and for people around the world. Get there, 3 days, hardcore, no joke. You will leave there with a business plan to go out and make 2020 the best year of your life.
Mr. GoPro, Eric Worre, thank you very much.
Eric, thank you very much.
It's my great pleasure, guys.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
You too. Take care. I'll see you in February.
So, meine Lieben, ich hoffe, der heutige Podcast hat euch gefallen und hat euch einen Mehrwert gebracht. Weitere wichtige Informationen rund ums Network Marketing erhaltet ihr auf meiner Seite www.networkmarketingguru.net oder bei Facebook. Und hier freue ich mich ganz besonders über ein Like. Wenn ihr Fragen zum Thema Network Marketing habt oder wenn ihr Vorschläge habt, was ich in der nächsten Show für ein Thema behandeln soll, kurze E-Mail an redaktion@networkmarketingguru.net. Und bedenkt immer, wer will, findet Wege. Wer nicht will, findet Gründe. Euch einen erfolgreichen Tag.